It's Bernard Nomberg again, Nomberg Law Firm. It's another Tuesday, so we're going live. And today we've got my buddy Martin Weinberg, a local attorney, and he's also on the board of directors of the Birmingham-Jefferson County Transit Authority.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here. Martin, tell us a little bit about
Sure.
your law practice, and then we'll transition into the Transit Authority.
Sure. I went to the University of Alabama Law School, and I'm from Birmingham, came back here and started my law practice and do mostly Social Security, some civil rights cases, some personal injury. Used to do a lot of criminal, maybe a few things here and there.
Sure.
This year, at the end of February, I was appointed to be a member of the board of directors for the Birmingham Transit Authority as the Hoover representative. Reginald Jeter, who's one of our judges in Bessemer now, he was the Hoover representative, and when he got appointed when he won election to take the bench, Hoover was left with a vacancy, and so I applied and met with the mayor and folks in the city council, and they selected me to represent Hoover on the Transit Authority.
Tell for the folks who don't know, what is the Transit Authority?
Sure. It's the easiest way to think about it is they run the MAX buses that you see all over town that take folks really all over the county, but mostly in Birmingham. But it's more than that. It provides paratransit services, and we work with other agencies in terms of transportation. But it's the medium for getting folks to work and other opportunities and doctor's office that don't have a car, can't drive, certain things, and it's basically a public transportation system in Birmingham area.
And where is it based out of? Where's the hub?
Well, the central station has been down on Morris Avenue, and they tore that down. We've constructed a new what's called intermodal facility where we are housing the MAX buses, and Greyhound and Amtrak will all be over there shortly. We've been working on that. And the central offices are the 2121 building across from the Jefferson County Courthouse, the criminal courthouse, and right across the street from the civil courthouse.
So
that'll all move
all
over there, right?
Downtown.
And that everything will be centrally located where it hadn't been in the past. The Greyhound was right across from City Hall, and that'll all be over in the intermodal facility as well, and the mega bus as well.
Tell us about that, the megabus. I've heard a lot about it. But
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not real familiar with it. I know it's more popular in other cities, and they've had it here for a while where you can get on the bus. I think they say for $1 or something, and there's certain cities that you can go back and forth. We rode it when we were in, I think, Dallas. We rode it to Houston a couple years ago. My wife and I did, but I haven't ridden it here. But I know it may go to Atlanta and some other cities around here.
Now, if folks want to find the bus routes and those kind of things, how do they find, at least going online or phone calls? Do you have that contact information?
Sure. We've got a new website. It's maxtransit.org.
Okay.
Or you can go to BJCTA.org, and it will take you to that site. But that's one of the good things we've done in the past few months. We've rebranded and relaunched the website to make it more user-friendly, where you can find routes and times and those sort of things. And the number's 205-521-0161.
Okay.
There's several different numbers, but that'll get you to the main line, and they'll direct you.
Okay. Now, when I think of the public transportation, I know that I see the buses all over my neighborhood, which is Forest Park, close to downtown. Obviously, we see them downtown. What other parts of the metro area does the bus system, if you know? Where does that go?
Well, it'll go all the way to Bessemer on the west end. Basically all throughout the county. I don't think every city is currently on the system, but a lot are. I mean, it goes Hoover up and down 31, and there are places that go into Mountain Brook and Homewood and Vestavia. All throughout. I'm not sure how far north it goes. Past the city.
Sure.
But it'll go into the county. Most parts of the county, and the cities have to buy in or pay in. They get charged for the services, so not everybody's on it. People have had to come off and that sort of thing, but it can get you from one end of the county to the other.
And in addition to the bus system that we see, are there other modes of transportation or other services that the Mass Transit Authority offers?
Well, a lot of larger cities. I lived in D.C. and they had the rail system, the Metro, and we don't have.
I wish we had that.
I do too, and I didn't even have a car for the part of the time I lived up there, and
Sure.
it makes it a lot easier to get to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But we, of course, we don't have that yet. I mean, there's always the hope and the opportunity that we'd have that. But, it's mostly the bus system, and, there's different types of connectors. And, we've had those streetcars, and I don't think any of them are and then maybe one in service. I'm not sure. We've had those before. And
Is that the DART system
right,
that I've seen?
yeah. And, there's paratransit for folks that are disabled or need assistance, and that operates as well. We have a number of folks that need those, and required by law. If you have a transit system, you've got to be ADA compliant, of course.
Now, if folks have their bike as part of their commute, can the bikes come onto the bus or be attached to the bus somehow?
Yeah, I believe so. I've seen them on the front of the bus. I mean, Birmingham's not the easiest place to ride a bike because of the terrain.
Sure.
But there are people that I see doing that, and I mean that's something that of course you can get it locked up. You can lock it up at the station or wherever else you need to. So
What about folks who are going to Legion Field for the UAB home games? Does the bus system work out there?
Sure, and I don't know what the particular hours are, if there's a game or special events. I'm not sure if that's extended or moved. I know that we've started. One of the things that came into play a couple months ago is the Magic City Connector. You've seen these buses with the Coca-Cola wraparound, but they're sponsoring, paid for the advertising to have these buses that kind of go in a loop around the downtown area. And so I don't know if Legion Field's on that, but a lot of the historic and tourist spots, as well as Regents Field and Railroad Park, those are on it, and that's. The ridership, from my understanding, has gone up in those areas because people, when they come to Birmingham, there's so many great things going on here. They want to be able to ride that. And I think it was just a quarter to get on there and ride.
Wow. Well, again, let's repeat the website and the phone number so folks can find the specifics about the bus systems and the routes and the days and the hours and et cetera.
Sure. It's maxtransit.org, and the phone number 205-521-0161.
Okay, well, that's all good stuff, Martin. I appreciate you coming on and
enjoyed
telling
it.
us about the system. If folks want to reach you for your law practice, how can they reach out and find you?
Sure, I'm on Facebook. Bernard posted my Facebook page. I'm on Instagram, all that stuff. But our phone number is 205-910-3722 is our local number. Feel free to reach me on that if you have questions about what I do or the transit system. Just be happy to talk to folks about it. And if I don't know the answer, I can always connect you with somebody who can on our staff. They're real accessible and just concerned about safety and making sure folks get to where they need to go. And there is a stigma in certain places about riding the bus, but that's one thing I want to do is get that information out there so that folks know, hey, it's easy to ride. It's not going to break down or get stuck, we hope. I mean, of course that happens anywhere, but I mean, Birmingham's system is efficient and safe, and we want folks to use it. That, if we want to provide additional services in the future like mass transit, then we got to utilize what we have first.
Well, with all the exciting stuff that's going on downtown, it only makes sense that the bus system or the transportation system is there to support it as well.
Sure, yeah. Any great city in this country that has a good public transportation system, it's not always going to be 100% ideal, and it's not built to expand revenue. I mean, they're not going to be self-sufficient. I mean, that's just not the goal. But if we can get folks to ride it and see that it can be a convenience, as well as getting you to opportunities and where you need to go for work and doctor's appointments and everything else, then I think it'll really help Birmingham.
Well, that's good stuff, Martin. I appreciate that. We're going to conclude for now, but again, this is Bernard Nomberg with Martin Weinberg. We will be back next Tuesday at the same time, 10 o'clock. We hope that you guys enjoy the rest of your week, and we look forward to talking with you again next week. If you need to reach us, obviously you can find us at the Nomberg Law Firm at 205-930-6900. We're on Facebook. We have a website, nomberglaw.com, and have a good day.